Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is BroTalk episode 24. We're just to start off. I scheduled the YouTube upload for episode 23 last Sunday to be uploaded on the Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And it worked on Anchor, which posts to everything except for YouTube. But apparently the YouTube one just died or something. I don't even know. So that's not on YouTube, and we're not really sorry about that. Because there's other platforms you can go listen to it on. But welcome back. It's episode 24. We've got Tim and we've got Chance today. We are missing Dan, unfortunately. Rest in peace. But he's not dead. It's just rest in peace.
Dan, no.
Okay. Well, you know what? Last week who knows if we were missing you? Who knows?
I mean, no one ever misses me, so.
Oh, shut your mouth.
How dare you?
Tim, we still have a Starbucks date we need to go on.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's do that this week.
This week?
Yep. We're doing it.
Okay.
So anyways,
I'm down.
Yeah.
Down to climb.
Welcome back, everybody. This is kind of exciting week for announcements. I don't know about news, but we'll get to the announcements at the very end. Tim,
No.
what is your favorite color?
Blue. Wait, no. Bruh!
Perfect. Wonderful. That's just brilliant.
If you don't get that reference, you're a trash human being, and I don't want to be your friend.
Okay, I guess I'm not your friend.
It's Monty Python.
Yeah, I don't know,
Python
man.
And the Holy Grail.
Listen.
All right.
I don't know,
all
man.
Right. Chance.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. Holy hand grenade of
Dude, I don't know.
Antioch.
It's been forever since I've seen that movie.
Me too.
Me too.
God.
It's been at least 3.5 years for me.
It's a great movie. I love the movie, but I cannot for the life of me remember any of the quotes from it, except for "your damn arms off."
What about
I would
"'Tis
not
but a
for it in
scratch,
general direction.
just a flesh wound"?
Yeah,
What
just a
about
flesh
those?
wound. I know
She's
the
a
Black
witch.
Knight.
If she weighs
Your
the
mother
same
smelled
as a
of
duck,
elderberries.
then she's made of wood, and therefore a witch.
Oh, wait. I got bent.
What do you burn witches with? More witches!
Just like the first one. It's like Tinder. Anyways.
Yeah. No. There's no swiping involved.
Okay, Tinder like fire making. Goodness. All right.
I mean,
I'm just gonna go
I
into
make
it
some flyers on that
because
app.
you two are being little trolls. So we're gonna
Listen.
get into it. So our first thing, Square Enix. Frankly, I don't even know who they are. What do they do? I know
Square
that they're
Enix.
big.
oh, you know.
Well, I mean, as far as I
Yeah,
know, Square
they're just,
Enix does a lot of the Dragon Quest games. I know that they do Dragon Quest Monster Joker. That was a 3DS title.
I mean, they were kind of responsible for the Final Fantasy series, maybe, the Kingdom Hearts series.
Final Fantasy. That's that thing that's
and
like
a
just
few
like Mortal
other
Kombat, right?
RPGs. Shut up.
Well, see, I never
You're-
played Final Fantasy, nor did I ever touch Kingdom Hearts.
Me either.
I mean-
either one.
I never played Final Fantasy. I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. I'm just saddened that you guys didn't know. Well, I feel like Chance knew that they did Final Fantasy.
I knew
But
that they did
I'm
Final
very
Fantasy, but I
deeply-
know them. I know them more for their Dragon Quest line.
I mean, yeah,
I
they
haven't
did.
played any of these
Well,
things.
that's because you're a Nintendo fanboy.
Yeah,
Nintendo.
like no,
PC,
I
guess.
can't even say no because I am because I prefer. My whole family's been Nintendo savvy.
I mean, out of all the consoles, I think if I had to choose, if PlayStation wasn't a thing, I think I would be a Nintendo fanboy.
Okay, so
Well-
apparently their top 3 titles are the 3 mentioned: Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, and Kingdom Hearts. That explains why I have no idea who they are because I've never played any of those.
Well, that's
You are
because you're a
missing out,
trash
my
human
friend.
being, and I don't want to be your friend anymore.
Wow, you're losing friends tonight, like so quick. You've already unfriended both Chance and I.
Oof.
That leaves you with
But see,
just about
well,
zero friends, if I remember correctly.
if the math is right.
Oof. Well, if my math is right, get out of my Discord.
Speaking of which, I
Yeah.
actually need your help if you want to be my friend again at some point. I need your help setting up mine.
What? You need help setting up a Discord? I got you, fam.
Oh, thanks. You're
Yes.
see. This is why Tim is my friend, except when he unfriends me.
Well, I might
He's
your
willing to
friend
help
then.
unless he hates
No.
you temporarily.
Just know what video game companies make what games.
All right. So
Jeez,
pop
that's
quiz.
all I ask.
Since you mentioned that, what is Volition Games' top title?
Was Saints Row there for a while?
All right. I was hoping
Well,
you'd get that wrong.
probably Saints Row 3 or
I was
Saints
hoping
Row
you'd get
4,
that
one of
wrong.
those two.
Just shut your mouth. Anyways, because they're kind of obscure, so I was hoping, but yeah, that
I
didn't
mean,
work.
you're
But
talking
anyways,
to a
Square
guy
Enix.
who
We're talking about Square Enix,
spent,
aren't we? Come on, Tim, keep it on
I
track.
mean,
Yes.
I mean, you're the one who got it off track, and I need to finish my statement here. You're talking to a guy who played almost
So anyway,
300
Square Enix.
hours
Square
plus on Saints Row 2.
I have a Johnny Gat
All right, now we
statue.
Yeah.
Are we actually gonna get ahead with the $48 million loss?
Well, I mean, now that you've mentioned it, yeah, they lost $48 million.
Well, how do you lose $48 million? Did somebody
By
just
making a
replace
shit
it?
Avengers game.
And by only
Oh.
by allowing Sony to claim Spider-Man, so no one wanted to play.
If I
Spider-Man
remember right,
wanted-
I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering right, I'm pretty sure that Sony actually did not want the Spider-Man exclusivity. If I'm remembering right.
No, I think you're 110% wrong there.
Yeah, because I mean, if they didn't want the exclusivity, then there's no way that the developers would have kept it exclusive, because that drives
Yeah.
sales down. Sony is just that
The
petty.
reason,
I mean, Sony was just that petty with Disney, let alone with a video game.
Then I must have got my
Well, I mean-
information from that wrong. But in either case,
Yeah, no.
I'm
because
Oh, what?
Go ahead.
well,
Go ahead.
because
Finish-
I was gonna say
finish your
I'm not surprised at all that they ended up losing this money, because even like back before the game was even released, I saw heavy similarities between it and the original release of Anthem. So I'm not surprised at all that it's gone. I'm actually more surprised that they didn't lose more money because of the fact, like at least with cosmetics and Anthem, it changes the way you look a little bit, and it's not all locked behind
Awesome.
a paywall for like cosmetics. You can at least earn a lot of it in game as long as you just play Anthem throughout it. But in Avengers, all your equipment like doesn't change the way you look at all, and it seems the majority of the costumes are locked behind a paywall. That is already setting a bad precedence for your game.
Try to keep up.
I was just watching the little trailer for it while you were talking, and
Hey,
all the characters kind of look bad.
I mean,
It-
yeah, you're not wrong.
it's a cheap live service game, like cheaply
It's
made.
like- what it reminds me of is if you took the PlayStation 1 Tomb Raider and then remastered it.
You.
Remastered it.
Like
I mean-
it's new quality, but it's not.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can see where you're going from with that. The only difference between this and like I said, Anthem, is I don't see this getting remastered. Honestly, I think I see them
I
just
mean-
dropping
I mean,
Avengers.
there's no way that they would remaster it. So basically, the news that we have actually not really mentioned, but just walked all the way around 5 times, is that Square Enix reported a $48 million loss on the new Marvel Avengers game, which it means that they sold roughly 60% of what they were thinking they would sell.
Yeah, to no one's surprise.
Yeah, because like no one wants that.
Nobody
No one was asking for it, and they're just like, you know what? Let's make it anyways.
anybody who bought this game is either going to be a looter, like an action looter type of person, or just an Avengers fanboy slash fangirl.
Or they're like a streamer that
But-
just buys all the new like fad games just so that they can keep up.
Yeah.
It,
It- it just didn't-
release this game a few years ago rather than right now. Like maybe when Avengers were like top of the line, like with Endgame or whatever coming out, I feel like it would have had a better reception around that time versus like 2 years after the hype for Avengers has died down.
Yeah.
you know what? That actually does make a lot of sense. If I'm sitting there thinking about it, like, no, I think the game still would perform poorly, but no, I feel like you're probably right. If it was released during the time period between Endgame and then whatever. God damn
I
it.
feel like they would have had a lot more sales. The game probably would have still performed poor. Like I don't know what the gameplay is like or anything like that. But I definitely feel like if it was released alongside Avengers Endgame or something, or even Avengers Infinity War or something like that, it would have done a lot better.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
criticism towards it before it even came out. And then when it came out, like that just continued. There was never any going back on it and being like, well, it's actually decent. Like no one did that. Everyone was just like, yep, it was what we expected.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
like we said, like it's not a surprise. It really is. Like, there's not really much to commentate on here besides the fact that it was, again, kind of like with Bethesda and Fallout 76, is just cheaply made live action, like not live action. Well, I guess live service, a cheaply made live service game that was rushed to capitalize on. I don't even know what the hell they were trying to capitalize on here.
they were trying to capitalize on the Avengers. They were banking on
Yeah.
Marvel's Avengers.
Like the
They
name
thought it was
alone
gonna sell.
selling it.
Everyone's moved on.
Yeah,
It's time
no.
for Mandalorian.
Like when they showed the trailer at E3 during the year when Avengers were hot, like everybody was super excited and ready to see it, and then they seen it was made by Square, and they were like super excited. They were like, "Yeah, Square Enix." I
mean,
guess it just goes to show stick to what you know. I guess. When-
Yeah,
when
I
it
mean,
comes-
like stick to your RPGs.
yeah, stick to your JRPGs.
Yeah, don't.
Don't make a live service game.
Well, we're talking
And-
about some,
And honestly, go ahead.
to
Oh,
get
go
the underwhelming news out of the way, Mass Effect Remastered Legendary Edition is also coming to PC, but like I said, that's our underwhelming news, is those couple things.
I know I was never even really
Okay.
that into Mass Effect, and I know there's some diehard fans of it, but I don't know.
I enjoyed one of them. I don't even remember which one it was, but I enjoyed it. But I wouldn't be like it's kind of like Gears of War for me, where it was like it was big, but it wasn't.
hmm
I remember playing the beta for Mass Effect 3 and enjoying the crap out of it, and then I was like, "Wow, I'm poor. I can't afford this," so I never bought it.
Wow, I'm poor. Honestly, let me ask you this question. Do you prefer the shooting, like the basically the combat mechanics of, and I get it's like a third-person shooter for Mass Effect. Do you prefer Mass Effect or Halo?
I was playing Halo Reach with one of my friends today, and my goodness, it felt like junk.
Did it?
It felt like, I mean, I've been playing Modern Warfare a lot recently, and so you've got the sliding, you've got the jump, you've got like crouch, prone, you have so much more movement, and it's not like full body turns. And I mean, Halo Reach came out years and years ago, so it's just transitioning from Modern Warfare back to Halo Reach. The movement and gameplay felt so slow. So
You also have to realize that it was also made for console, and I guess you could make the same type of
I mean,
argument
I've
like
only
for
played-
like
I've only
Call
played
of
Modern
Duties.
Warfare on controller.
Yeah, but Modern Warfare was made with consoles and PC in mind, and Halo wasn't. Halo was never meant for PC.
I mean,
Until
to be
recently.
fair, PC's also been usually a back burner kind of thing.
Like what do you mean by a back burner?
Modern, for the Call of Duty series, they spend a lot more of their development on consoles versus PC.
Yeah.
But with Modern Warfare, I feel like with Modern Warfare, this has been the only year that I don't think PC has been really put on the back burner because they have to keep everything all up to date all together at the same time.
I do think that if I went back and played a Call of Duty game that came out around the same time as Reach, I would probably think very similar things about it as I do Halo Reach right now.
What year was
Black Ops
Reach
2?
released?
I want to say like
Pretty sure,
2013.
Well, because I want to say Black
2013,
Ops
so
2
yeah,
and Halo Reach were close enough.
It'd be either Black Ops 2 or Ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, Ghost was another one that just kind of.
So, well, let me see here. So Black Ops 2 was released in 2012, right?
2012.
Yeah, and then Halo Reach was released in 2 years prior to Black Ops 2, so 2010.
Oh wow!
So then it would have been Black Ops 1.
Reach is a decade old, so yeah. I mean, it is fair.
Well, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
It is fair that Reach is it doesn't feel good anymore to me, but I don't know. I haven't played 5 recently, and So I mean, maybe if I played 5 at this point, maybe that would be closer to what I would be used to.
Halo 4 had a type of mid-air dodge similar to Advanced Warfare. Yeah, but it makes more sense in Halo than it does in Call of Duty.
It makes a lot more sense because space programs.
Yeah.
Call of Duty was just trying too hard.
And I'm pretty sure that was Halo 4, which will be coming to the MCC. I'm not sure when the hell that's coming out. I'm pretty sure they have the beta already out for it.
Yeah, I think they said by the end of the year.
I think Dan was saying it was supposed to be coming out on the 17th. I could be wrong. Could be false information. It came from Dan of this year or this month.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that because I wouldn't mind running through that again. But that being said, we kind of got a little bit heavily off track there.
Yeah, we did get heavily off track because Grant asked me, or somebody asked me, if I preferred the shooting mechanics of
Chance asked that.
whatever game.
I asked if he preferred. Whatever. I asked Grant if he preferred.
Yeah, and then you went on a complete transit and wouldn't let me answer the goddamn question.
Hey,
let me answer the question.
Tim,
Mass Effect 3. I prefer Mass Effect 3.
Tim, grab the pacifier. Calm down.
Halo shooting mechanics suck dog booty.
Get your Gerber's puffs.
All right.
Gerber's puffs.
You good? You good, Tim?
Binky.
Now that I've gotten that off my chest, and I mean, Halo shooting mechanics are dog.
They're so bad.
Not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it hurt my soul because I mean, I'm not bad at Modern Warfare anymore, but I switched to Halo, and I was so bad.
So bad.
So bad.
Yeah,
and
Halo shooting mechanics are trash.
Yeah, if you're used to Modern Warfare shooting mechanics and you switch to something older, oh my gosh, it was.
I mean, if you're used to anything with good shooting mechanics and you switch to Halo.
I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. If you guys want a better shooting mechanic, Halo 5 is probably going to be up your alley because it does allow you to look down your sights.
Oh
okay, good.
The thing that bothered me.
Maybe I will like Halo 5.
The absolute most bothersome thing was that I couldn't look down my sights whenever I got shot. It takes you out of ADS whenever you get hit.
Yeah.
That was so obnoxious. There's no point.
God.
You can't aim down sights if you're in a fight.
I trust me, I get that. Honestly,
so obnoxious.
I don't know why they ever did that.
It pissed me off. But anyways, so something big that did happen this week is that some streamers like Pokimane, Toast, and PewDiePie all announced changes to their donations. I mean, Toast did this a little bit ago where he just ended donations. He said, hey, you know what? I don't need this. I get money from other places. And I mean that's great. Like you can be like that and just be like, hey, I don't need that. That's great. His tweet literally said, and I'm pretty sure this was sarcasm, but at the end of his tweet he said, "Because I'm already rich, LOL."
Mhm.
And I
Yep.
mean, Toast has been blowing up with Among Us, so I'm sure he's doing just fine.
Yeah.
The next
Now-
person, the next
Toast, is that Cinnamon Toast Ken, or who is that?
Toast Boy, I think he.
Toast Boy?
I've never heard
think
of
it's
this guy
Toast Boy.
before.
I'm not yeah, I think it's Toast Boy because I think I was watching an Among Us round where both of them were in it, and I think they referred to the other one as Ken.
Okay.
I think this is just Toast.
I mean,
Boy.
Two people with similar names just always get me confused.
Yeah,
and
two
I'm just
people
like,
with similar
ugh.
names that right now are like big on the exact same game.
Blowing.
Like, it's confusing.
Yep.
The next person to come out with a limit was Pokimane or Pokemon. I don't even know. I've heard it both
Pokemon.
ways. I've heard it both
No,
ways.
her name is Pokimane.
Okay, so Pokemon. Anyways, she
Man.
Pokimoane.
Man.
Moana?
Pokemoana.
Man.
She instead of just taking him off completely, she set a cap. So the most that you can donate is $5, which I mean that's fair as well. As far as you're the one receiving money, any of these things are fair. What I did not get was PewDiePie saying that he was stopping donations because it was weird to receive money, and if he feels weird receiving money from people, that's fine. But his comparison was this. He said, it's like if you were on the street and someone just gave you money. You would be like, what? What's this for? And try to like get rid of it. But that's not the comparison at all. Like a better comparison would be someone came to your concert and they paid for your concert. It's not like a stranger just handing you money on the street.
Because that's paying. I wouldn't even say that's a good comparison because at that point, with the like paying a ticket to see somebody, that's paying for entry, which you don't really do with streamers.
But I'm saying, as far as a comparison for why you're receiving the money,
It's just because people want to give you
have to pay
money.
a certain amount would allow you to ask.
Oh. Okay. Are you? By the way, Tim, are you having some
yeah, your audio's cutting.
What's up?
Your audio.
You're like really quiet.
Your volume is like fluctuating a lot, and you're cutting in and out.
I'm what?
Your audio is fluctuating, and you're cutting in and out.
I'll cut you in and out. No,
All right,
just kidding.
Perfect. So,
Never.
anyways, yeah, I'm fine. Nothing bothers me about him canceling donations and just not accepting them. But the analogy was just really weird to me.
Did you guys hear what I said as far as the analogy goes, or whatever? It'd be like going to a public meet and greet, and then having to pay to ask questions or talk to them. I guess.
Yeah, that's good comparison.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Which good on him anyway. I mean, I assume fucking PewDiePie makes bank anyway.
Oh heck.
So, yeah. I can't imagine he's so stripped for cash that he needs donations like most people.
I will say
he probably
earlier
does.
this week, someone else who's blown up because of PewDiePie, because he's been accepted into his videos, is Corpse Husband. And Corpse got famous because he's got this super deep voice. He's really good at Among Us. He's just what a guy. But I went on one of his streams and I timed 1 minute and added up all the donations. I didn't catch all the donations because they were just moving too fast. But in that minute, I added over $1,000.
$1,000 for 1 minute, dude! I wish I could earn that kind of freaking money.
I wish I could earn that in a week. But I mean,
oh my
honestly,
God,
good on him. Like, no hate. It's just, holy cow, that's a lot of money. And I do understand that part of that goes towards Twitch too, but still a lot of money.
Yeah.
Even if Twitch took a third, I mean, you're still talking about $660 per minute for playing Among Us. And I mean, I played Among Us for a couple hours the other day. I mean, that would be real nice to just be able to pocket.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand where they're coming from, and I do respect that they have decided that the donations have just gotten to be too much for them. Frankly, I don't think I'd be that person. I think I'd be like, you know what, you can donate whatever you want, not because I'm like begging for it or anything, but because people can do what they want with their money.
Like that's not even you being greedy either. Like if someone's, this is probably a bad way to put it, but if somebody's gonna be a simp, you might as well get some money out of it.
All right, all right.
I mean, am I wrong though? Like if
I
someone's
mean,
gonna
fair
throw
enough,
tons of
fair
money,
enough.
yeah. Because I mean, if someone's gonna put like has a bunch of money and they're just gonna toss you money, you know, it's like
And all three
whatever,
of them did
right?
say, hey, you might as well put this towards smaller streamers that can like use it better than I can. So I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I think PewDiePie specifically said to donate it to charities. Something that would be
good
more
stuff.
beneficial than to just give him money.
Which is good. I mean, as far as charities go, I'm actually a little surprised that people still give people like PewDiePie crap for, even though they do charity live streams. Like honestly,
I think that
I mean-
if I was getting tired of money like being donated to me, I think that's what I would do is just make every charity or every stream a charity stream.
Every live
Just
stream a charity
A
stream.
different charity every stream. Like, that'd be sick.
like what's one that helps kids with what's it called?
Make a wish.
Yeah, like there you go. Make a Wish Foundation. Make one stream dedicated for that, and then have another stream dedicated towards a different hospital or whatever foundation that would help out children or other sick patients.
I think more
I feel like-
donations would go towards those charities if it was a charity stream rather than just saying, hey, instead of donating to me, go donate to these charities.
And do you know what my kind of like thought process is on that though, and the reason why
I would love
is
to know.
because you are being basically thanked by the streamer or influential person that you like to watch.
Mhm.
So you have more incentive to
Yeah.
spend more money to try and get a thanks out of them.
You have your name up on the screen, everyone sees it, everyone sees your donation. I mean, it's a feel good moment for sure.
Yeah.
Endorphins are running. You know what it is.
You know what it is, what it be, what it do.
Dude, if PewDiePie told me on live stream, man, that I have big beepy, okay, I'd wreck some shit, dude.
Wait, Tim laughed, so I need to know, did you get the reference?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. I like that. I like that a lot.
There's very few times that I will never get a reference.
All right. Another thing that we have here is some Among Us patch notes, and some new features and things coming. Recently, they added anonymous voting, which I have mixed feelings about because sometimes, like, if someone votes on me and I don't know why, I want to know who the heck voted. But with anonymous voting, you never know.
I think that's just going to be another option to put in the selectables.
It's
Yeah.
already one of those things.
I mean,
if that was a
anonymous-
permanent thing, then there would be no incentive, or there would be no way for imposters. Like there would be no reason for them to not vote, because then you'd have, like, you basically have like a safety bar there.
To be fair, I mean that could also give away imposters as well. Like if you look at the colors of everybody who isn't anonymous voting or whatever, if they're keeping that in, then that'll just give away the imposters like right away.
Well, what I'm thinking is like with, as far as the I mean, I'm assuming that like anonymous voting would be, obviously a toggle button for lobbies, right? But I'm pretty sure the toggle lobby would affect everybody. So if everybody has the anonymous active because of the lobby host, then there would literally be no incentive or reason that an imposter should not vote, because then all it does is incite chaos because you can't tell who voted.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be like a person-to-person thing, like, oh, only I want anonymous, because then everybody can be like, oh, look, there's let's say like a gray icon, like as anonymous, But there's all these other colored icons. Let's see whose color didn't show up. Know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that would affect
don't know.
everybody rather than just one person.
I don't know. I feel like anonymous votes is the way that the game should be played. Anonymous voting just sounds bad.
I mean, it's more features and in more ways to incite chaos. So I don't really see too big of a problem with it.
Interesting.
If I'm being honest with you.
A couple of things they added is, so they announced like how you can access the beta mode, which is actually what most streamers have been using, because you get those features early, like the anonymous voting. I think most of the streamers were using that like a week before it came out. As well as on your voting screen, you can have all of your props and things like next to you instead of just having the plain characters, which I don't know why they didn't have that anyways, because it just made more sense if someone selected a hat to have that hat on them in the voting screen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, whatever. Just
Makes
like
sense.
little things here and there, but I am glad that they're actually doing something and listening, and like, even though they just had this tiny little game that took off, they haven't been like, well, it's a success, we don't need to do anything. But they're continuing to listen, and that's good. And oh my goodness, something that's so obnoxious that there's actually cheaters in Among Us. Like, it's the most non-consequential game, and you're still gonna cheat?
Cheaters are gonna cheat no matter who they are, unfortunately. No matter what the game, no matter the genre. Just, you can't really avoid it. I still think anyone who does use hacks and cheats in a game to get an upper edge over somebody else is dirty scumlords who need to be banned immediately and then forced to repay for their game. But and that kind of goes back to with banning cheaters in general. Like, let's say like with like free games, like Apex Legends will take for an example, right? How it's a free game, you can just create another account and log back in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest in situations with that, you IP ban them so that it doesn't matter if they make another account.
They just have to move.
Yeah, they'd have to move, which, sorry, that was your fault for cheating.
Or they just have to contact their ISP and have their thing changed.
Then you IP ban them again. And then they have to keep doing it, and it becomes more and more of a hassle, therefore probably less of a reason to do it.
If they have their IP and set up a new account, there's not much way to track them.
Yeah, but not everybody...
Unless they catch them again.
I mean, I don't think there's any way that you can just like permanently be like guaranteed
this
person can never come back.
You can't... Yeah, no, obviously, but what I mean is like in... What I mean by, like, ban them again is in, like, if they're caught cheating again, then you ban the new IP.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Of course.
It'll basically reinforce the idea of probably to dissuade cheaters, I guess, because then it just at that point it becomes a hassle to keep calling up your company to keep getting a new IP every single time.
Yeah. I feel like that would just be too much work for hackers and cheaters.
Exactly. That's kind of like the reason.
I don't know. I mean, if somebody's gonna cheat in a game, ban them, force them to pay like $60, like especially if it's a free to play game like Apex, force them to pay a $60 fine to let them be able to play again. And if they get caught cheating again, raise the fine.
Just keep raising and raising and raising. I get that. That would have to be something in the terms of service, which nobody ever reads. So obviously, cheaters wouldn't read the terms of service. They'd be like, "What? You can't force me to pay a fine to get myself unbanned again." I was like, "You agreed to it."
I also think that terms of service things should be way limited and way simpler than they are.
It's a pain in the ass to read through, which again, kind of is the reason why nobody reads through them.
Yeah, no one's going to.
Terms of service are all basically the same. It's all don't cheat. You technically don't own the game, so you're not allowed to technically modify it. You own a key to the game to use the game. It's all basic stuff.
Yeah.
Like once you've read one, you've read them all.
I mean, Apple's 56 pages. Like, no one's gonna read that.
I mean,
Wait, seriously?
I did it once.
Yeah, it's 56 pages.
I did it once
Why?
because I was like 14 years old and I didn't know that I didn't have to read it all.
Oh,
You thought they would just... They have, like, eye tracking software to tell if you
You're
read
gonna-
all
gonna
56
follow you.
pages.
I was just reading it and I went through it all, and then at the end, I didn't know that I could just scroll through it as fast as you could.
Oh, poor Tim. Poor Tim.
That's why I hate Apple.
oh goodness.
So Kotaku? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Kotaku.
PlayStation 5 Kotaku review. Chance, you want to take this one? I don't know what this is.
Yeah, so I was talking about this before we ever started, but a little bit. But basically, some news came up from Kotaku, or Kotaku. Fuck, even I'm saying it wrong now. Kotaku.
Kotaku?
That they got to basically review the PlayStation 5 early. And so they go through like the specs and how the hard drive is going to work, how fast it is, games that won't quit on you kind of thing. They go through all the frame rate and everything else. But the main thing here, that was the main takeaway out of this entire article, and what a lot of people are actually going over right now, is basically, does this whole PlayStation 5 basically even matter? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a little excerpt here, right, from the paragraph itself, right? So, here we can also drop the URL, obviously, in the description if anybody else wants to read it. But right here, the world is still reeling under the weight of the COVID-19 pandemic. There are more Americans out of work right now than at any point in the country's history, with no sign of relief. Our healthcare system is inherently evil institution that forces people to ration life-saving medications like insulin and choose suicide over suffering with untreated mental illness. As I'm writing this, it is very likely that Joe Biden will be our next president, but it's clearly that but it's clear that the worst people aren't going to go away just because the new old white man is sitting behind the Resolute desk. Like, for one, why are you inserting your personal thoughts about all this into your PlayStation 5 review?
What? How did he...
Okay.
Like he did,
How do you...
but how did you make a PlayStation 5 review political?
That's what I'm wondering, and that's what's gotten me very confused, and basically the internet up in arms about this specific review article, because this person's deciding to go after the Joe Biden, who has literally just now been elected president.
Right.
Like, why? And that's kind of like where I'm going to be sitting here, and I'm wondering what you two kind of feel about this. Because he goes on to say, well, at least not this old white man. And make sure that white is in italics.
I feel like this was a misconduct or a inappropriate use of this reporter's time.
Completely.
And I feel like he deserves to be reprimanded and or fired.
I mean,
I assume
at least
that's kind of
take away,
what's
like,
going to
this
happen.
part of his job. Like, if you're gonna make a PlayStation 5, a console review, something political to share your personal views on something that isn't related to PlayStation at all, then you shouldn't be writing the review.
Yeah.
Go start a blog or something, but you can't do this on a company's page.
Go work for like Wall Street Journal or something if you want to be political.
Well, and here's the thing, right? He made sure whoever this guy is, right? This Mr. I probably should not say his name, because I just found it. But you can go ahead to look it up if you want to.
It's Ian Walker.
But okay, well, I guess you just kind of let the cat out of the bag, didn't you?
I mean, people are gonna find the review one way or another.
Yeah. But
So.
he made sure to keep like this section all the way at the bottom of the page, where he assumes nobody's gonna fucking read. It's at the near the bottom with like maybe 2 to 3 paragraphs. Like I'm very shocked that they even allowed this to get published.
Like, up until that point, he seems to have a fairly comprehensive and, in some parts, fairly entertaining review. His introduction and the part that you mentioned, I don't get at all.
I
What was the introduction?
I'm sitting at my desk, staring at the PlayStation 5 looming over my media stand. Entertainment center is a little too grandiose for the small piece of Target furniture that holds all my gaming stuff. Like, already you've put in way too much crap. And wondering
Why did
how
you
the hell
do a
I'm going
Donald
to
Trump
review this
accent
thing.
there?
How would my boss, whose various PlayStation 4 reviews I've skimmed several times so as to glean some insight into what I should cover, review this thing? How can anyone at this very moment in time review this thing? Shut up and review it.
I don't care about your backstory. I don't care about
what
your $5.
furniture you have.
Yeah. Like, why are you basically... We don't need to know about your life, Ian Walker. Sad to say, nobody really cares about you or your belongings. We only care about your review of the console.
Can Joe Biden copy strike him?
I don't think you can copyright strikes an opinion. But
oh my God,
could do something about it.
And with how much attention this is getting, I'm actually going to assume that they're going to either tomorrow or the day after.
When did this come out?
Because of how much traffic this is getting. This literally came...
So,
the video I got from this, right? Legacy Killer HD, I love his channel. He goes over a lot of gaming news.
Yep.
He made a video on this and posted it 5 hours ago. And then I looked up other videos of the same topic are within the 5 to 6 to 7 hour period. That is a lot of traffic.
When did this get posted?
This specific review got posted Friday at 8 a.m.
Friday at 8 a.m.
So it took just the weekend.
So now, is he being critical? I didn't really understand that. Like,
you cut out there for a second, Tim. I'm gonna need you to re-ask the question.
Sorry. Is he being critical of Joe Biden because he's an old white male?
That is basically what the consensus of everybody is getting from this post.
Okay, so...
So,
I love our country. I love politics.
Keep your politics away from my video games. That's basically what I have to say here.
Keep your politics away from me if we're not talking political.
Well, and then the guy goes on to say, our government is fundamentally broken in a way that necessitates radical change rather than incremental electoralism.
Bro, it's the PlayStation 5!
Like,
yeah.
Why? I can't understand. I can't wrap my head around it.
I just kind of skimmed through a few of his other articles, because if you click on his name on that website, you can just like see everything he's written. As far as I can tell, this is not only the longest, but the most try-hard article he's written. And he went too try-hard on it.
Is this the first time he's been political in an article?
As far as I can tell, yes. But most of his other like articles are like 2 paragraphs.
Fair enough.
See, unfortunate.
I don't understand. Like, all the other ones, you did fine. You kept yourself out of it. You kept your opinions out of it, and then this one he just completely shot himself.
Yeah, no. I mean, a PlayStation 5 review is no place to put your political opinion.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Especially if it's in the workplace.
Here's the thing that I'm kind of wondering a little bit, is that me also going through some of the stuff that he's posted before, none of them have really come near the amount of comments that specific post has gotten. Which, this one being 505 comments.
I mean,
I'm assuming, are these flags? I'm assuming 6 people have flagged this this freaking article. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no, he's getting his 15 minutes of fame. But this should be the only 15 minutes of fame he deserves.
Yeah. Basically, the lesson to take away from this is keep your politics out of my video games. I don't care about your politics. If you're inserting politics into video games, you need to not do that. That's basically my 2 cents. Video games are not for your political views. Video games are for having fun and escapism.
Honestly, keep your politics to yourself. I don't want to hear about them. I don't care what your political views are. If we're friends or if we know each other IRL, I could give less than two craps what your political views are.
Yeah. But
Or
that
heck,
is
even if I don't. And that goes like twice as hard for people that I don't know. If I don't know, you keep your political views to your darn self.
pretty much exactly. That's pretty much exactly how I feel on the subject. However, that's pretty much all we got for today, isn't it? It's been not a very eventful week.
But
No.
it's about to be. So
Oh,
tomorrow, the Xbox Series S and X will both be released. If you're ready to drop the $300 or $500, go for it. I mean, if you're an Xbox person, just do it. If you're a PlayStation person, wait a couple days and drop that money on the PlayStation 5 on the 12th.
2 days specifically.
Heck yeah. As for me, I'm just stoked for tomorrow when I can finally download Assassin's Creed Valhalla and play that out until I get bored of playing probably 1.5 times. Kind of like I did with Odyssey, but no regrets.
Hey
Still a
guys,
fantastic
remember
game.
the biggest
I
joke?
just couldn't get through it twice.
Listen, man, remember the biggest joke of 2020? Remember when Halo was supposed to release tomorrow?
Was that supposed to go to... Oh, jeez. Yeah, that
Remember
was
when Halo
supposed
Infinite was supposed to release with the console?
Remember how Halo Infinite art is on the Xbox Series S and X release?
But it's not releasing with
But it's not in the box?
Oh!
Remember how Halo Infinite art was on the back of monster cans?
Oh
Oh my
Good
god.
times. We'll always remember the wonderful... What's the grunt's or the brute's name?
Craig.
Craig. Yes. We'll always
Craig memes.
love and remember Craig.
Oddly enough, Craig is going to be getting some sort of lore inside of Infinite now because of how much attention he got.
That's good. I'm glad that they did that because at least one good thing came from their whole we're releasing but not releasing and we don't know when we're releasing.
Wait, what's going on?
Now we need to revamp the
Halo
story.
Infinite where they're like, oh hey, here's our release trailer. Just kidding, we're not releasing.
Man, that sounds like...
now our game looks like poo-poo. Got delayed a little bit longer so we can fix the animations. Oh wait, now we're going to hire the original trio of games fucking storyboard director to fix our game.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's sad. It makes me very big sad.
But if you don't care about any of those, there's one other thing that maybe you'll look forward to, maybe not. Call of Duty Cold War will be coming out on the 13th, so just a couple days after the Series X and one day after the PS5. So go ahead and
Okay, I got some fucking shit to say about Cold War real quick because I saw this
have
literally
stuff on that, and I also have stuff on Watch Dogs Legion.
Literally yesterday. I saw a damn post about it. How it's gonna be literally just as freaking big as Modern Warfare was on release.
Oh, is it really?
It's gonna be 250 gigabytes. No, yes. It's gonna be just as big as Modern Warfare, and I guarantee you, with all the updates, it's gonna get even bigger.
But does that include Warzone? Because the Warzone is integrated in both Cold War and Modern Warfare. So does that include?
I'm pretty
Warzone
sure.
or not?
I'm pretty sure it is, including.
Okay, so that if you already have Warzone downloaded, then it's probably gonna be down like at least 50 gigs.
But it's a completely separate game, though. So that's a whole separate Warzone you're having to download.
I don't think it is. If anything, they would give you the option to not download it if you already have it downloaded because it doesn't make sense to download it twice.
It's two separate games, so it's two different eras of history. So I would say that you would still have to download it because that comes with its own map.
They're integrated. If you have Modern Warfare and the original Warzone, they will start adding the Cold War guns and skins in.
What the fuck?
That's how they're integrating it. Is they're not making them separate war zones. They're just going to integrate them together. So you'll have the options of both Modern Warfare and Cold War weapons.
I mean, even if that's true, I still don't agree with how much freaking space these two games are going to be taking up on a hard drive.
No, they shouldn't. But I do believe that if you already have Warzone, that it won't be near as big.
Okay.
Still, all I'm saying is Call of Duty doesn't deserve as much hard drive space as it's taking up.
You're right.
It hasn't earned that hard drive space yet.
As for what I was going to say, I'm really underwhelmed. I played some of the Cold War beta. Tim and I basically just went ham on VIP mode, which all of the YouTube videos I've seen so far, they just roast it. They hate it. But Tim and I were like loving VIP, and that's it. We couldn't play anything else.
Yeah, no, that's VIP is the only good part of that entire game.
And so if everyone hates VIP, then apparently there's no good part.
Yeah.
I'll play the campaign, but honestly, I think I'm going to end up, as far as online play, I think I'm going to stick with Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare.
If it's not too dissimilar, I don't see them stopping seasons for Modern Warfare. I just see them I'll just see them keep adding seasons.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean,
it is integrated. I did confirm that they are together in the same war zone, so they are just going to keep doing the seasons.
Are they ever going to let me delete Warzone? Like, come on, that needs to be.
Can you not yet? I thought they added that like last month.
No, they added the feature to where you can delete the whatchamacallit, the campaign and the co-op missions.
Oh, but you can't choose Warzone.
No.
The fact that I cannot delete Warzone is my biggest gripe right now.
Warzone is the only thing that you can't delete.
That's so weird because even on like when I built my PC, I got Warzone before I got Modern Warfare, and so it downloaded individually, but I can't delete it individually. That's weird.
Nope.
That's weird, man.
It's the only part you cannot delete off, unless like if you delete Warzone, I think it loses access to like the entire game.
And since that includes Verdansk, that's probably the largest portion of your storage, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crap. I'll agree with that. Especially since they just keep adding things, like they added the bunkers, they added the stadium, they added the train stations. So yeah, that's just getting better. They added
the train.
And with adding Cold War, I would not doubt if Warzone got a second map.
Yeah. God. 200.
Just because it came out like last week, I'll mention Watch Dogs Legion. I've played probably 4 hours of it. Don't get it. It's trash. If you've played Watch Dogs 2, you've played Watch Dogs Legion just without the recruiting. That's the only new thing that I can tell, and it's a disappointment.
I played like a half hour of Watch Dogs 2 and I got super bored and I was like, this thing sucks.
I enjoyed Watch Dogs 2, but I never did complete the story, but I did enjoy playing, just like the messing around in the city and stuff. But yeah, I never completed that one either. But Watch Dogs Legion's, it's dumb. There's nothing to look forward to in it.
I think it's because I played a lot of the original Watch Dogs. Like, I played
that's fair.
Into the ground.
Because I never played the original Watch Dogs. I got Watch Dogs 2 on like some like huge sale thing.
Fundamentally, other than being able to play the game with a friend, I don't think there's really much different, I guess. And I mean, Watch Dogs 1, I had a lot of fun, like tormenting people around the city and getting into chases. But I mean, other than that, it was kind of lackluster.
Watch Dogs Legion Online is coming out in December, so I'll probably give that a try. But until then, I think I'm done with it.
Yeah. I mean, the second they finalize the whatever season, if Modern Warfare never gets another season, I'm installing it, because 250 gigabytes of space, just and 200 of that gigabytes going towards the Warzone is retarded. I don't even care.
I promise if they're integrating Cold War the way they say they are, there's going to be a lot more seasons. They're just going to keep going. I think that Warzone and having the Battle Pass seasons is too much of a moneymaker for them to get rid of it.
Well, don't get rid of it. Just make it to where I can personally uninstall it, because I don't play it at all.
Oh, I'm talking about like the Battle Pass.
Oh. I don't care about the Battle Pass.
Yeah. I don't care either.
I need to finish this season just because I'm like 13 levels away or something like that. But after this, I mean, I've got other stuff to do. Thank you all for listening, or I guess not watching because we don't have it recorded that way. But thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. We will see you next week. Bye.
Maybe.
See you later.
If we all don't forget.